Good morning, everybody. This is your buddy Big Money for Eternity, and I'm finally back with another video. I am so sorry that I did not come with a video on Saturday like I had promised to. We went to Hersheypark on Friday last week, and when I got home, I was actually so tired that I needed to rest for a few days. So that's why I'm a lot later than I wanted to be bringing this video to you. I'm gonna do a video today on my trip to Hersheypark. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. We got to Hersheypark probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock. No, we didn't. We got there probably about 8:30, or somewhere around there. So we were going to go to Chocolate World first, and that's just like a ride that takes you through like this big factory setting on how they make the Hershey's chocolate and everything. It's really cool. And then you get like halfway through it, and then you start to smell the chocolate that they're making. It smells so good in there. And the way they have the ride set up is that there's like two cars. It's like kind of a mini roller coaster thing, only it goes really slow, and there's no hills, loops, or anything like that because it's indoors. But it's like these two giant roller coaster cars, and they have it set up in the front so that there's seats like in the back half of the first car. And in the front, it's like there's no seats there, so that if people are in wheelchairs, there's this ramp that unfolds on the side of the car, and then people in wheelchairs can just roll up into the car and sit in their wheelchair in the front of the car. So that's where I sat. So we went through the ride, and it was really cool. They updated everything. It's all like iPads and pictures and videos and stuff. It's computer stuff now. It's really cool. We went through there, and at the end of the ride they give you these little mini Hershey bars. I had to take 2 of them because when I got off the ride, for some reason I was feeling really shaky, so I took one and I ate one and I was fine. So then we leave Chocolate World, and my mom and I had to go to the hospitality center in there because they had to determine what rides I could ride and what rides I couldn't due to my disability. So we get in there, we talk to her about my disability, we gave her this questionnaire we had to fill out, and then they looked at it, and then they base my answer, the rides, off my answers. So we hand the questionnaire in, we get our ride list, and we look at it. It was all kiddie rides. Now, I don't know what they were thinking, but I'm obviously not a kid anymore. And most of the kiddie rides, adults can't get on anyway. So, what was I going to ride? Well, they did have the Kissing Tower on the list, which I rode twice. And then they had the old-timey cars you drive around on this track. I rode those. Now, speaking of the old-timey cars, I can't make this up. I'm not making this up. I went to get on the kiddie ride, or the old-time cars with my cousin. And the only way you could get on them, because there was like this little track thing in the middle of the little road they drive on, to keep the cars on the road. And the only place I could get on was where the steering wheel was, and there's like that much room between the steering wheel and the edge of the door. And I went to get on it. And I misjudged how much space there was, and I got stuck between the steering wheel and the edge of the door, and I could not move. So my cousin, she's trying to push me through this gap between the steering wheel and the door, and I'm obviously not going to go anywhere because I'm stuck. And I started to feel pain in my hip, which is not, it's still there, but it's not as bad as it was on Saturday or Sunday. And so we had to improvise on getting me, we had to find a different way to get me on it. And then once we got on there, we finally got to enjoy the ride. Now, the way the ride works, you can be the most perfect driver in the world, and this ride, these cars will still go all over the road. So I'm like all over the road, and of course my cousin, she's sitting there snapping pictures of me while I'm driving, and one of the pictures she's got included in the ones that she took was her doing this. So she was acting like she was afraid of me driving. And so yeah, it was fun doing that though. It was fun doing that. And then so we get off that ride, and I mostly just, when we got there, after we got done the hospitality place, we had to go and rent me a scooter because my shoulders and my arms are so screwed up that with all the hills and things that were in the park, there was no way I was going to make it through that whole park by myself. So they my family chipped in and rented me a scooter, which was a godsend because I don't know what I'd have done without it. And I think I enjoyed the scooter more than I did the entire park, because I was zipping around that thing like you wouldn't believe. In fact, my mom, she was afraid that I would get on it and not be able to drive it. And within 5 minutes, I was zipping all over the place. I was driving that thing like I'd driven one before. So they were actually pretty easy to drive. They're like the ones you see in Walmart and things like that. So they're pretty cool. And they have like different. It's got a dial on it you turn so that you can go faster or slower. Which out in the outdoors you can go faster because you almost have to. Because if you make it go too slow, you won't get up the hill. These monstrous hills they have there. So you have to put it on a higher setting to get up the hills. Well, then we get to the later on in the day, we get to the Kissing Tower. And so, well, actually, when we got off the I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. When we got off the old time cars, my cousin was wondering how we were going to get me off of them, because she couldn't lift me because I'm not a small person. So we had to see if anybody would help us, and this guy jumped over the rail, and he came over, and I told him, one person to get under my arms, and the other person grabbed my legs and just transfer me to my chair. So he did that. He got under my arms, my cousin got my legs, and we put me back on the scooter. And then, so if the person who is watching this video is the one who helped me get off the old time cars, and you see this, thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. It was just a really fun day. We got on the Kissing Tower. We got to ride that twice because I don't know. We were on it. We were getting ready to get off, and the woman that ran it, she says, "Do you guys want to ride again?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So we all sat back down and got to ride it twice. And what the Kissing Tower is, it's like this. It's on a pole, and it's like this round thing you get on, and it's not like a fast ride. In fact, it's a very slow ride. And what it does is it goes up this little. You get it, and there's like seats all the way around it, and when the doors will close, and then the windows are shaped like Hershey Kisses, and then you start to go up real slow, and then as you get like a certain altitude, the thing will start to rotate real slow, and then it'll go up about, when it gets up to its top height, it gets up to about 250 feet. and it'll do like a second rotation on the way up. Then when it stops at the top, it'll rotate real slow, let you see the whole. You can see the entire park at the top of this thing, and there's like a woman that comes over a speaker. She'll talk to you about the park and when it was built and what, all of the different rides are there and everything. And then you just come back down real slow. It's a really slow ride. It's not fast at all. It doesn't go upside down or anything like that. It's just a really nice, slow, enjoyable ride. And then when it comes back down, it'll stop and then line itself back up to where you get off. And then you just walk off and you go on. So we did that, and then we ate lunch. And then after that, we went to get something like cold to eat because it was starting to get really hot. And then I got an Italian ice because I can't eat ice cream anymore. And then we just basically walked around the park a little while longer, and then we went home. So that was basically our day at Hersheypark. I just rode like 2 or 3 rides, and then now we also played some games at this one's really funny. We also played some games while we were there. And we went to this place that's got a claw. It's like a claw machine, and it's got 3 different compartments. It's got a compartment where they had like these little stuffed figures that was like a pack of Reese cups with arms and legs and a head. And then there was a Hershey Kiss with arms and legs, and then there was a Hershey bar with arms and legs. And my mom, she tried to get one of the Hershey Kisses. And she went in there, she tried it, she didn't get it. I went up to the Reese cup one. I put my money in, hit the button, lined it up with one of the things, got one out on the first try. She said, "How'd you do that?" She says, "Did you win?" I said, "Yeah." So that's why the thing was flashing. She's like, "Oh my god!" So I won mine on the first try. She got one like 2 or 3 tries later. And then of course my little cousin Callie was with us. She just turned 2 years old, and so I didn't have any use for that little figure that I won, so I gave it to her. So she's got it now. So we rode a few. Well, everybody else rode a lot more rides than I did because there was a lot of rides I couldn't ride because of my legs. So, but I just wanted to get out of the house and have fun. I didn't really care. I just wanted to get out of the house and get away from things for a while. So we did that, and then we went and got something like a ice cream or something to eat, and then my mom and I walked around the park a little bit, and then it was starting to get hot out, so my mom had to come home and feed her horses and stuff, so we eventually left and came home and did that. And I had to return the scooter back to the thing. I'm going to miss that thing because it was so fun to ride and it was so helpful. So we returned the scooter, and then when we went to go back to the car, it was getting really, really hot that time of day. And by the time when we went from the gate just to the car, by the time I got to the car, I was so hot and so sweaty I felt like I was going to pass out, and I'm surprised I didn't. So we got in the car, when we went back home, and that was pretty much our day. So that was pretty much it. You just rode a few rides and played a few games, ate lunch, got a snack at one of the frozen treat places, and then we came home. But it was still a fun day. I mean, I had fun with my family and rode a few rides and saw a few things, and it was pretty cool. So if you've never been to Hersheypark before, I strongly recommend it because it's a really fun place to go. So if you've never been, you need to go. Alright guys, I'm going to stop this video right here because I've gone entirely too long. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel but you would like to, there's that little red subscribe button down below. You guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.